Hey guys, Asian Swagger here, and I'm bringing you another MC3 gameplay. And today I'm doing a team deathmatch on Countdown, and as you can see from the title, I completely destroyed the other team, going 49 and 0. It would have been nice if it was 50 and 0, but I don't know, I can't complain. But this video was originally posted on the MC3 Masters channel, but I decided to post it on my own channel, so hope you guys enjoy this. And the class I was using for this gameplay was the OPS 5.5 with I think FMJ in stock with Roar as my secondary with extended mags, and of course I was using Athlete Elite and Armor Elite, and I was using a stun grenade. And I usually don't use the OPS 5.5 anymore because it's so easy to get like a lot of kills with it, and it's for me it's like no challenge anymore. I guess this gameplay I decided to just completely wreck, so that's why I had a really good score in this game. And like usually if you see me in public matches, I don't really use the OPS 5.5. I usually use like the ZN6 prototype silenced or the ACM silenced. Heck, sometimes I even use the Maiden too. Like it's more fun because it's more challenging too. But I usually use the OPS when there are a lot of pros in the match, or if there's like some newbie like roar spammer, and like the only way I can get to him is like either using the OPS or using the roar itself. So yeah, the topic I'd like to bring up today is my nuke tips, and hopefully these tips could help some of you guys like be able to get even more nukes in your while playing. The first tip I have for you guys is about your controls and your HUD display, because you have to be pretty comfortable with your controls in order to get nukes. So, and once you find out like the proper controls you want to use, don't ever change it ever again because it'll just throw you off. Like, don't make any major changes once you've already like played with a set of controls for a while now. Like, the one thing I'm going to point out about my controls is that my radar, I just made it the biggest as possible. And the one thing you probably noticed is that my grenade button is on the top left, right, like right near the radar is where my grenade button is. And the reason why I put that there is because I use my index fingers as control. Like, you know how there's triggers on like a PS3 or Xbox remote or a controller. That's what I use as to use that grenade button. So I can use my left index finger to throw the grenade while also aiming with my right thumb as normal. Like, this will, like, it might not sound as proper now, but like when you get like the throwing knives, like when I get throwing knives when I reach rank 90, it'll be so much easier to throw throwing knives with that because you can aim with, all you have to do is worry about is aiming with your right thumb. And then the next tip that I have is when trying to get nukes is you have to play smart. And what I mean by playing smart is you have to know when to be all aggressive and just rush at your opponents. And the other time is when you have to just take it slow and let the opponent, like your enemies, come to you. And that's really important in getting a nuke. What also is part of playing smart is you have to always be aware of your surroundings. Like, you have to know where all your teammates are and where the enemies are spawning, and even like how much ammo you have left over. Because if you lose ammo, like that's it. Like, you're gonna lose your kill streak if you're in the middle of a gunfight and you lose ammo. So in this gameplay, you can see me like completely rushing at them and just like destroying their spawns. Like, oh, I just got a nuke right there. Like just right there, you can just see me just spawn trapping them and going all aggressive. But there are other times in the video where I slow it down and actually go around the whole map just to like flank them. And that's how a smart player, like that's the type of playing you should do when getting nukes. Another tip I have for you guys is when you get your other kill streaks, like your helicopter and the bomber, you shouldn't use it until you actually get your nuke. Because if you use it before your nuke, you're wasting more time getting like gun kills, because that's what really matters in getting a nuke, right? So you have to, unless if you have lots of time, then by all means use your bomber and helo. But if you have like a slim time period and you need to get a nuke like in a reasonable amount of time. You have to get the nuke first, and then after just like just spam your kill streaks. Like use your turret, and then your helo, and then your bomber. The final tip I have, or the final nuke tip that I have for you guys is when entering a match, don't think about getting a nuke. Because if you're all you're doing is trying to get a nuke, it won't happen because you'll get all worked up about the amount of kills you have, and you'll play too cautious and not really smart, and you won't be able to get a nuke that way. So whenever I play, I never think about getting a nuke. It just happens. So because if you have a plan on getting a nuke, like if you make up a plan on how you're going to get this nuke and you don't play naturally and just with instincts, like when you get into troubles when playing the game, you won't be able to improvise. So that's very important in trying to get a nuke. And that's pretty much it on my nuke tips. I hope these help you a lot more, like some of you new players out there and getting nukes. So remember to rate or rate. Well, I'm so old school. Like, comment, and subscribe, and also join my Palringo group. It's Asian underscore swagger because I want to host like some sniper match or something and post it on YouTube because that'll be neat and interesting. So I guess that's it for today. See you guys.